Hello, everybody. Hang on a second. I was having some technical issues here a minute ago. Let me make sure they're all straightened out. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Hang on a second. Oh, looks like everything's good. Okay, welcome everyone. This is another live broadcast, TBC 24/7 live broadcast. And today is November 21st. And this is episode number 132. And today I want to talk about the blog post from the other day that tells us that we need to ground everything and our vocabulary and our whole mindset on the value of our coin in relationship to grains of gold. And so we're going to go over the blog, but before I do that, a new post came up today that I'm really excited about. Thing is, I've been so busy all day that I never got to the blog post until like 5 minutes ago. So I read only about halfway through it, but I got so excited. But I do want to read that through because it really is cool. I already was aware that we are extending our redemption period. Okay, that was obvious in our back office. But today he brought out some stuff about that, and it's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Okay. Go. November redemption period will be extended until January 31st, 2019 for those qualified. Okay, that kind of stood out. That was the last three words there. I said, okay, let's see how this is going to work. So he goes ahead and shows you what's in our back office right now. He shows you how the vote went. He created a survey. We were all able to vote on what we thought would be the best for the extension of, or the possible extension of the redemption period for the month of November, which we are currently still in, obviously. Okay, and the picture says by popular demand, the November redemption period has been extended until January 31st, 2019. When the survey came out, it was a no-brainer for me. I went ahead and voted for January 31st. Common sense and logical thinking tells me that the longer we have the redemption period, the more we're able to bring in new people. Okay, they're excited because right away they can exchange their gift into real Kringles and see that in their wallet. This gets them excited. It helps them to bring in two of their friends, family members, and the whole thing is just pro build. When you can extend it a little while, the more, the better. Okay. And that just creates more opportunity to grow, which is what we are doing, is growing our community. We're in the distribution phase. Okay, so let me go ahead and just read this off. Admin would like to thank the members that participated in the poll about extending the November redemption period. The poll question was, which date will result in greater community growth to close the November redemption period? The larger part of the TBC community answered that a January 31st ending of the November redemption period would result in greater community growth. I mostly agree with the poll result, but as you can see, the second place polled said it would be best to end on November 30th, 2018. And I understand why these members think it should end then. Let me go up and see what the second place was. Yep, November 30th. Okay. Only during a redemption period can people all around the world become instant TBC millionaires. Everyone wants to become a millionaire, and we provide a solid path ahead to make that happen. Outside of a redemption period, members only get cookies which are not spendable or transferable. Yet the time in between redemption periods allows us as a community the time to educate our newest members properly before they have access to an abundance of coins that are spendable. The education is priceless. Without the education, chaos develops due to misunderstanding and ignorance. The main problem with extending is that some new members don't understand the value of completing a transaction with their sponsors. Without members going out there sponsoring new members, TBC doesn't grow. See the problem? Okay, he goes on and he says, I need to balance the feelings of the new members with the thinking of the old. I'm not referring to senior citizens. Okay, the old members. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to run a special holiday promotion during this same 2-month extension period that requires a minimum transaction by the new members coming in to access the extension. In other words, no transaction equals no extension. Okay? Now I'm just reading this part for the first time right now. Okay, so far it sounds very interesting. Let me go on. Sponsors need to be compensated to keep the balance and ensure ongoing community growth. I hope everyone can appreciate what I am doing here. Well, I can already tell you right now that I am going to be appreciating everything he does because I've never ever not appreciated everything admin has done. Okay, so let's go on with the next paragraph here to find out what the details are, obviously. He starts out saying, generally, we are inviting the 4 billion working class to join us in the TBC community. Okay, well, that tells me that out of 7.5, almost 6 billion people we have in this world population, that 4 billion of those are working class. They're considered the working class. So what he is saying here is that we are inviting the 4 billion working class to join us in the TBC community. When you closely examine this group, it is alarming that about 50% of them earn less than 4 grains of gold in a day of work. That is poverty. We are in a mission to end poverty globally, and we must take this fact into account. Asking people that only make 4 grains of gold a day to come up with 40 grains of gold can seem impossible to some of these poor people. Now, let me just stop right here and let you know what we mean by 4 grains of gold as the value and what the value of that is, because that's what we value our coin on, is the value of gold. If we look at the gold price of today, let me pull that up. Okay. This is in grains of gold. Now, grain is the lowest, smallest measurement of gold that there is. It takes 480 grains just to equal a gram of gold, okay? So if I put 1 grain in there, what's the price today? $2.55. So that's the value of 1 grain of gold. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. So 4 grains is approximately worth $10. Okay, this is what 50% of the working class is making in a day. $10. Okay, that is poverty. Okay, and since we are on a mission to end poverty globally, we are on a mission, folks. TBC, our coin is a mission with a currency. All right, we must take this fact into account. So asking that people that only make 4 grains of gold a day to come up with 40 grains of gold. Now, what would 40 grains of gold be? Just put in 40 here. $102, okay? All right. So let's go back. Okay, so asking people to come up with 40 grains can seem impossible to some of these poor people. So this holiday promotion will be a tiered system that allows members to collect cookies for doing transactions as small as 4 grains of gold. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay, that was me. I'm getting excited because I'm reading this for the first time. Okay, a 4 grain transaction will be the minimum required to required in order to redeem cookies during the extended redemption period. Okay, so that would be, I would imagine, from December 1st through January 30th. Okay, so if you want to continue to redeem cookies after November 30th, you would need to do a transaction as small as 4 grains of gold. Okay, again, 4 grains is $10 worth of grains of gold, is all the transaction you have to do to qualify to redeem cookies in the extended period. Okay, let's see here. If you have already done a transaction of 4 grains of gold or higher, then you don't have to do another transaction in order to redeem cookies during this extension period. Okay, that's cool. Also, I am not referring to the admin fee of 4 grains of gold. That is separated and also required in order to have a send button. Okay, the tiers will be 4 grains, 8 grains, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40 grains of gold. You will learn more about this holiday promotion before December 1st, 2018 here in the blog. This is an exciting time in TBC, and we want to keep everything balanced for all. Wow. What can I say? Isn't that something? Oh man. This is why I love our community and I love admin, because he consistently comes up with things to help us grow our community. I mean, how can we not be excited about this? The more people we bring in, the power is in the people. Okay? It's we the people, folks. Do you realize that the powers that be out there are afraid of the fact that there is 7.5, almost 7.6 billion people on this earth. They would love to reduce that figure. Okay? Why? Because the more people on this planet, the more power the people have. That's just a fact. Okay? The less amount of people, then the less power the people have against the elite. Plain and simple. We have so many people on this planet right now that our power is unfathomable. We just don't realize it. Because why? Because the elite, the powers that be, try to keep us, and they are very effective at this, divided, right? They divide, they create chaos, they do everything they can to keep us from coming together as a single group of people and saying, hey, this is how we want to live. Okay? Plain and simple. Okay, hang on a second. All right. So keep that in mind. Now, let me go over to the blog that I wanted to talk about, post about grounding ourselves to gold. Okay? And let's go over that quickly if we can. It's kind of a long one, but I think we can do it here. All right, let me go back and share my screen. Okay. The title of this post is It's Time for Broadcasters and the TBC Community to Ground Themselves in Gold. Okay, we have been so used to talking about the value of our coin when it comes or with and related to the euro or the US dollar, both of which are absolutely worthless currencies. Okay. So we want to value ourselves, and we've been valuing ourselves based on the value of gold since March of this year. But it's really time to let go of all those terms about all of our different countries, currencies that the government gives us that are all worthless. Okay. Because think about it, when you take a currency and of your country and you go to another country, you can't use that currency. You have to exchange it into the country's currency that you're now in and then use their currency. Okay. But if you had gold, okay, if you had gold, then you could go into any country on the planet and use that gold to buy things. It's money. Okay. It's real. It's valuable. That's what cryptocurrency has the capability of being, is digital gold. And that's what we have. Okay, so that's why because we're a private community, a private society, we need to let go of the public method of speech and ground ourselves in our private reality. And that is, hey, we've got gold. Okay, digital gold. Digital gold. All right, so he's going to explain in this blog post exactly what he means by how we need to go from this point on. All right, he starts out saying we don't want any confusion about our private status in the world today. Public regulators are looking for any excuse to rope our private currency and tie us down because they could care less about our mission to end poverty globally. Understand one thing, government is force. Force is the nature of government, and they rule over the public. Yet governments are bound by law. It is my opinion that as a whole, humanity lacks the maturity to live without government today. So, hear me loud and clear, admin is not anti-government. Of course, I will never support the abuse of power that continues to come out of government, even today in modern times. Private societies, such as ours, have lawfully existed for thousands of years to my knowledge. Private simply means outside of the domain of government. Private equals self-regulated. What we are doing is lawful, and it is important that every member behave in a lawful manner when they are talking about TBC. Research has shown us that we are grounded when we compare the value of our private currency to the value of gold, but can be problematic when we compare our value to any fiat or money regulated by any government. This is the official call out to all broadcasters and every member of TBC to stop comparing our coins to fiat. Just as we stated we would in the first public notice, we have removed the references to any fiat from our websites. Clearly, our admin fee is 4 grains of gold. We encourage and reward transactions that are done at increments of 40 grains of gold. The government did not make gold. Okay, let me read that again. The government did not make gold. Mother Earth has provided us this gold, and she won't stop us from measuring the value of our coins against the value of gold. We don't want to upset any government regulators by our words, and that is why each and every member needs to embrace the reference to gold and stop referencing fiat. As you can see in the poster below, we have marked cash flow achievements in grains of gold. And you should know that a third-party calculator for grains of gold is on your KCBO, that's Kringle Cash Back Office dashboard. There are 480 grains of gold in 1 troy ounce of gold. All TBC members should become experts in grains of gold. Okay, that chart is this chart that he's talking about. It's found right there on your dashboard. It gives a link. Okay, that link will be this link. Okay, and all you have to do for any amount of grains is put that amount in here, and the value of it will come out here. Okay, the fiat value will come out here. All right, so let's get back here. There we go. Okay, so here is the chart. It says steps in cash flow achievement. All right, and it starts out down here at 40 grains a day, 100 grains a day, 200 grains a day, 400, 1,000, 2,000 grains a day. Okay, so this is talking about what we as members can make, a day. And instead of referring it to fiat currency, we are now talking about grains of gold. Okay, just to show you what 2,000 grains of gold is a day. You just simply go back to the chart and put 2,000 in. Okay, $5,000 a day. Okay, it's possible to make that and earn that by spreading the word about TBC in our private community. It's just that simple. Because what we're doing is we're giving people over a grain of gold free. Okay, just to introduce them to our mission. All right, we're giving over over an ounce. Okay, an ounce of gold free to anybody who wants it. Okay, but we do control the distribution. We are centralized. So we do not allow the rich to come in and purchase all they want for themselves and destroy our mission. We are a mission with a currency. Okay, we are not a currency with a mission. So we will stay in control until we are done distributing our coin to the first billion members in the world. Okay, then the price will max out and we can decentralize the entire system and the price will never be affected, no matter how many more people come in. And we expect the entire world to be using Kringle coins, okay, which is what we call a division of our billion coin. Okay, so the next paragraph, he goes on and says, TBC Kringles are not backed by gold. And that means we are not pegged to gold either. The value of our TBC Kringles comes from our members, and we measure that value in grains of gold. We do not want to be sloppy in making this clear when we are inviting others to join us in our private community and society. Okay? Then it goes on here, gives out the little picture here. The true value of TBC is based on the number of living men and living women that join us in agreement as members. We simply measure that value in gold. Okay, and he ends it by saying, this is a serious matter, and we want to be at peace with all governments and their respective regulators all around the world. We don't interfere with the public, so they should not interfere with us in the private. Admin asks for your full cooperation and thanks you in advance for it. All right, let me go back out of screen share now. I think that's the button I was supposed to push. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Go on over there. Okay. All right. I hope you guys understood that and helps you to understand what we are as a private society and a private community. Okay. So that's why we're not using the terms, dollars, euros, whatever else, pesos, rubles, whatever is out there by different countries, because we want to make sure that the message is that our digital currency is like digital gold. It has a supply and demand, just like all other cryptocurrencies have. But of course, every coin has a different amount of supply and demand. So depending on that will depend on how effective their coins can be in the market. Now, we are not on a market. Okay, you will not find us on any trading exchange in the world. Because we are an abundance-based coin, we will not put our coin on the market because then the prices can be manipulated. Okay, just like the stock markets and other markets. So we have kept ourselves private because we do have a mission. We are a mission. That mission is to end poverty, and we will do it. Okay, so I'm super grateful for anybody who has watched this today. Let me go over quickly and see if anyone is here. I know this is a crazy week. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Thanks, Stephen, for showing up, and especially since this is a new channel that I've created strictly for my TBC live broadcast. So people are not used to. They may not know about this new channel. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. And what day is it today? Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in America. So I will not be on. So I'll possibly be on Friday because I'm really excited about this new promotion, obviously, and the extension of our redemption period. This is going to be just awesome. So you guys here in America have a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow. And all those around the world, love you and take care until the next time I get on. Thanks. Peace out.